this is JP from the 2024 Lane Family Reunion Resort Committee. I'm just going to go over some of the choices that we have and how we're going to vote. And first, I wanted to thank the other members of the committee who are Beep and Jennifer, and Samantha, Bethany, and Eric. And so we all put a lot of work into it. We've met in numerous Zoom calls, and we came up with this list. We wanted to go over just some of the criteria of how we got here. So the resorts we picked are broken down into two regions. In Missouri, Lake of the Ozarks is up north, and then you have Branson, which is down south. The major airport in that area would be Springfield. That would be the closest one. And then we started contacting places and doing research online and started eliminating them. Some of them we found out are not actually near a body of water. They're out like in the forest. Some of them were much more expensive than the other ones. And then other ones, when we contacted them, we just found out that they are booked up next July. So let's go into the three that we picked. We're pretty excited about these. So as you can see, here's a map of Missouri with the three that we narrowed it down to. You have Springfield Airport here, two of them, Niangua Hills Resort and Elhana Resort and Blue Cat Lounge are up in the Lake of the Ozarks region, so it would be a little bit of a longer drive. This is kind of this outdoor paradise, not huge cities around there, but there's definitely things to do, hiking, caves, and wineries and things like that. So it is a touristy region, but it's all based on that whole lake kind of water and boating culture. Then you have the Tribesman Resort, which is down here near Branson. Again, you see lakes there, and Branson's going to be more of, it has shows and things like that. All three choices have similar amenities. They have boat rentals, swimming pools, sometimes indoor swimming pools. They're all right on the lake, and they're all similarly priced. So let's get into them individually. Okay, so the first one is Niangua Hills Resort. The dates, these are the dates open. These are older cabins. You can see it right here. It's got good ratings. Oh, it's up right in this area. Actually, I should have mentioned this about all three places. They've all recently been purchased and are either renovated already or are in the process of being renovated. I think by the time we get there next summer, all of the places will be redone with and just updated with Wi-Fi and things like that. This one is in a no wake zone. It has a playground. There's no restaurant or store, so if we did need something else, we would need to go to the nearest town. Families can choose cabins and pay separately. Now, this price I want to talk about. This is not a hard and fast price. It was simply a way for us to compare resorts to each other. So all we did is we took the ballpark figure that they gave us and then divided that by, I think, 28 people, and then divided that by 4 nights. So we don't know exactly who's going to be in which room. If one family is comfortable saying, yeah, well, we can stay in a room with somebody else or whatever, or grandma and grandpa, we don't know how that's going to look. Or if somebody says, well, we want to just have our own room, we want to have our own little cabin, that's fine. But it gave us a way for us to look at another resort and we might see like, oh, that's $65 a night per person, and thinking that's okay, that's not going to fly, that's too expensive. So again, Niangua Hills Resorts, this is what each would look like. This is a typical cabin. Again, these are kind of these old cabins, but they've got new appliances. This little AC unit right here. It's got a little deck looking out over the lake. Looks like you're in the forest. It's kind of a bunk bed design. This is a nice shower, and then they've got most of them have this kind of these little fishing areas and docks and things like that. You can go out to their website and check it out further. Let's move on to number 2, Elhana Resort and Blue Cat Lounge. So these are the dates they're available. These are, again, older cabins, renovated. This is the actual setting for the show Ozark, which is very cool. It has the bar lounge that's in the TV show. That's where that was filmed. I think it has better amenities. It's got similar rentals and things. It has a restaurant and lounge if somebody wanted to just go and like have lunch or whatever, or go have a beer at night if they want to go play pool or something like that. It has a nice store. They've kind of capitalized on the TV show, obviously. So they've got a store that's got, snacks and first aid stuff and t-shirts and stuff like that. They do have large cabin options, which is nice. So you could, fit more people into. They've got these big cabins that have like 4 rooms in them, so it makes it more affordable. So this is what this one looks like. I think these rooms are a little bit nicer. They probably have wall AC units as well. That's the lounge I was talking to. They have an indoor pool and indoor fishing area. That's probably maybe for people who go in the winter. Probably not a big deal for us. And that's what one of those larger units would look like. So that is the Alhana Resort and Blue Cat Lounge. Let's move on to the third choice. This one our group had not really paid attention to in the beginning, and once we got to the website, we were very impressed. So they have various dates. I think this resort was kind of a sleeper that a lot of people don't really know a whole lot about it because it was recently bought. This is going to be the one that's down here near Branson. There's this peninsula that comes down called Indian Point, and it's on that. And then just north of that is this area called Dollar City, which is, I think it's a little town, but it has all kinds of water slides and kind of an amusement park feeling. You can actually go in and buy tickets and go on roller coasters and things like that if anybody wants to do that. There's a hot tub for each cabin, which is different than the others, which is very cool. It's situated on its own little inlet. There's no restaurant or store, so once you're there, you're kind of there. But again, that town is pretty nearby, similarly priced. So again, kind of a rustic look, but renovated. These are some of the rentals that they have. But if you go out to their website, you're going to find a website that's very impressive. To me, that means a lot. If the website looks like it's well designed, if it's up to date, if it's easy to get things done as a user, I think it really shows how much time and effort they're putting into really covering all of their bases. So we were very impressed with this resort, I think, as a group. And I think the big difference about this one is that it's down in that Branson area. So again, we encourage you to just go and look on their own website if you want to do that. But we've put a lot of time and effort into finding these 3. Let's talk about the voting. So what we've decided to do is that each adult who's attending would get a vote. So an example would be like if Mike and Brenda go, then they would get 2 votes. The Baldwins, that would be 2 votes. And then a committee member will contact you. Please tell us your first and second choice. That way, if something falls through, we contact them and they say, well, now it is booked up. Now we can figure out which one was number 2, and then that'll be the one that we all go to. So thanks again to the committee members, and we'll be contacting you within the next week to figure out where we're all going to be in the summer of 2024. Thank you.